Yeah, for the fifth time, I want to apologize for not really being around. Let's just say I had school, and you know how that is. But, the thing is though, I'm finally back. And the things I have in store for y'all, I know you're gonna like. The story so far. Sorry, I just had to do that. What I meant to say was, for context, it was a dark and stormy night. That was literally last night of the making of this video. My friends and I play a lot of games on Steam together, and we always look for something new to try. Believe it or not, we were just playing Liar's Bar 2. Shout to Liar's Bar. When all of a sudden, and by my complete surprise, one of them says, "Yo, y'all wanna play this new game I found, Skate?" At that exact moment, two thoughts crossed my mind, right then and there. First one, yo, Skate was mentioned? Skate 3 is my go-to childhood game, and it still holds a very special place in my heart, despite the fact I was terrible at it and only played for the sandbox aspect. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest, I thought the entire game was just doing tricks and going from point A to point B. Like, I know it's the best part of the game, but I was completely unaware of the brand deals and the magazine covers that you get put on. But honestly, despite that, I still really enjoyed the game, even looking back. Although, another thing. The game is out? Like, don't get me wrong, saying released is kind of stretching it because it is beta early access. Not to mention that the game came out 4 days ago. But like, I signed up for the full, like, playtest way before June 2025, and I never got any email or anything. Even though it's probably selective, but still. I never even heard about the game releasing on Steam or other platforms until my friend told me, so... That's really cool, man, but I guess we'd be playing, I don't know. Why is this always so loud? In my moment of absolute joy, I made sure to boot up the game as fast as I could. Not knowing what to expect, all would have been told once the game started. Here goes nothing. I wasn't aware I got the black screen DLC. I'm not even gonna lie to you, the first time I opened Skate that very night, my entire PC crashed. And this time I actually got a DirectX error when I was trying to record, so... I get it because the game's new, but that's absolutely insane. No worries. Anyway. We finally got life. As I played through both the tutorial and some of the beginning missions, I'm gonna give my 2 cents of the game so far. I promise this isn't gonna be like an old man yells at cloud type of rant either. I do have a lot of good things to say about the game. But one thing I can just point out right out the bat is the fact that it feels more mainstream. Like, for example, the last game, it felt a lot more grungy and local. And like, you had to make your own skate park out of the city as opposed to being placed on an island that's specifically for skating. It's basically being handed to you, if that makes any sense. Like, don't get me wrong, it takes away a little bit of the charm, although having the entire island is really nice. And I've been having a lot of fun with it. Change is a really good thing, and I can't wait to see what they do with the series. Not to mention mechanics are very tight, so that's one thing I really like about it. Although, there's one glaring issue that needs to be pointed out. And it's the one curse that afflicts modern gaming today. Selling out. Yeah, this game has microtransactions and loot boxes, which is one thing I absolutely despise. Like, don't get me wrong, it is a free game, so I understand making money somehow, but the Skate franchise especially never had anything like that, and just seeing it hurts my soul. One thing that I can give props for is the fact that the currency for the loot boxes actually isn't sold, and it's incredibly easy to get. All you really need to do is play the game. I feel like it would have been better to not have that gambling undertone at all though. But anyway, microtransactions are really only to get unique cosmetics, which is acceptable. And to be completely honest, I couldn't get my boy Meatman here without Founders Edition either, so it's fair game. And I know I shouldn't have gotten him, but like, it's been so long, man, I'm sorry. Please give me a chance. I should really get another piece of paper to stamp these on. Success! I'm actually currently working on the video right now, and I was gonna jump back in game to show y'all more stuff and explain, but the servers ain't doing too hot, so I'm just gonna talk about things with the stuff I do have right now and go from there. There's actually a few things I didn't get to touch upon, especially with the passion of my rant, that I'm gonna get to right now. See, the first thing I noticed was how after doing a mission, there's actually a noticeable delay in receiving the awards after you finish. Now this won't be an issue, and it's most likely a bug. The fact is, here I was finishing what I had to do, just absolutely grinding on rails, and all of a sudden black screen, and I just get teleported back. And my thing is, I had a good combo going, but anyway, I guess another critique was how the missions kinda felt sort of long. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand that it's necessary for new players to learn where to go and what to do, but the one part of Skate 3 that I loved was the fact that you could have just done sandbox right out of the box. But honestly, if it means that more people have a better understanding on how Skate is as a whole, I say all power to them. And I'm gonna be completely honest, it has helped me a lot too, especially since it's been such a while since I've played Skate, but we're gonna move on from that. The very last thing I would like to touch up upon for this video is one very integral system in the new game. The AIV and how we interact with people for the missions. I know how Steam reviews have been greatly mixed, especially for many other reasons. One thing I couldn't help to notice was how they switched things up with the implementation of the AR system, compared to all the other games before it. Because of this, we don't necessarily see anybody during missions, if that makes any sense, which honestly does suck because it made things more immersive. Not to mention, V is really cool, and her icon does look faithful to Skate, but it does occasionally get kind of grating to hear dialogue outside of doing missions. Like, I know I'm missing something, but I just want to do tricks, man. Although, this is all to say, I don't want to sound like I'm going against the grain, but despite all this, I don't necessarily find it too terrible. Like, absolutely, the AR system is different, but I find being able to actually focus on what to do is very helpful. Although the game is new, so who's to say that they won't add on to it or completely change it again? To send things off, I guess I have to say that the Skate release might be kind of controversial, whether it's with the new radical changes or the fact that some things might feel missing. But as someone who's played a lot of 3, I honestly feel like things could have been way worse. Some of the bugs I mentioned earlier can be fixed, but in the end it's up to EA to keep things right. Whether it's making sure that the loot box and microtransaction system doesn't get out of hand, or adding future features to the game as a whole. It's clear that a lot of love has been put into this game by the Skate team, and honestly, I definitely won't stop playing anytime soon. Thanks for watching.